Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker is now just 46 days away from its official release by writer and director J.J. Abrams and Chris Terrio, as well as creator George Lucas. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you are new to the channel for future Star Wars content. Now, one element of Episode 9 that a lot of fans are looking forward to by JJ is the fact that they will be introducing new Jedi, Sith, and Force lore in this story that's truly going to reshape the entire Skywalker saga as well as the entire Star Wars franchise by Disney and Lucasfilm, and whether or not that's going to be a good or a bad thing really does all depend on how everything is going to be executed on the big screen. Now, with that being said, we do know that J.J. Abrams has a plan in place in order to introduce new lightsaber battles in this movie, as well as new Star Wars lore. And with that being said, these past couple of weeks or so, we've been learning a whole lot more about this film, and when it all comes down to one of the concept art descriptions, this is where things begin to get very intriguing for Episode 9. Now, specifically, what's really intriguing about all of this is that shot descriptions consisting of a sequence where it's explained that Rey is said to be inside of a cave on the world of Tatooine at the very end of the film, where it's described that Rey is said to be inside of a cave where R2-D2 is said to be waiting outside with C-3PO. It's explained that Rey is said to be holding the Skywalker saber and giving one final look at the hilt design before she is said to destroy it by taking it apart into pieces to use the parts of the Skywalker saber to craft her very own lightsaber. It's explained that Rey does this by using the Force and taking the saber apart into multiple pieces, where it's explained that Rey also destroys Leia's lightsaber. It's said that one of the shots is said to involve Rey combining the pieces of Luke, Anakin, and Leia's lightsabers together into one brand new hilt design, where she is said to fuse two kyber crystals together as well as by using the Force. Once the hilt is complete, it's described to hold a unique design that mimics Kenobi's and Anakin's first saber design into one, where it then ignites a gold/yellowish blade, with a distinct humming sound where Rey's face is said to be seen now in the dark cave. It's explained that Rey destroys the rest of the Skywalker legacy sabers to craft her very own saber to take on her own legacy, and that this saber design is said to be explored even further in the upcoming new expanded universe starting in 2020. So let's go over a couple of parts about this and as to why I kind of have a problem with this, and at the same exact time, while I kind of really do enjoy the overall design of the lightsaber hilt from what we are hearing. Now, the problem that I do have with this is that I just feel that Rey should have actually created her very own saber at the very beginning of Episode 9, where the Skywalker saber would not be brought back into one piece by Rey in, of course, The Rise of Skywalker. They could have, if they really wanted to, they could have left it destroyed from what happened in The Last Jedi instead of bringing it back into one piece again, where it's only going to get destroyed again now in Episode 9, really is kind of, I don't know, it's kind of like repeating things in the sequel trilogy, right? We had Rian Johnson destroy the Skywalker saber, splitting it into two halves, which was, a thing that a lot of fans didn't really like so much, and now the fact that J.J. Abrams is doing something somewhat similar in order to build Rey's brand new lightsaber. Now, I get it, I totally understand. Through her perspective, basically, lightsaber parts are pretty much a rarity, right? You really can't come across many pieces in order to make a brand new one, so I understand that. In fact, the reason as to why the Skywalker saber is back in Episode 9 is because she travels over to the world of Batuu, and over at the world of Batuu, they have many different lightsaber pieces that were able to be used as a supplement to actually bring the Skywalker saber halves back into one. So, with that being said, I feel like that destroying Anakin's lightsaber as well as Leia's in the film is not the best route to go down for a lot of fans out there, but at the same exact time, I can see, through a storytelling perspective by JJ as to why you would need to do something like that, where Rey doesn't really have enough time to look for lightsaber parts. I can totally understand that. But they could have most certainly done this at the very beginning of Episode 9, as opposed to the very end of the movie. If you guys follow, I think the fact that, The Rise of Skywalker takes place roughly 1 year after the events of The Last Jedi, Rey would have had more than enough time to develop her very own lightsaber. It's the same exact thing as Luke. Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi are only 1 year apart in the Star Wars universe, in their time. And during that time, Luke was able to build his own new lightsaber. Now, granted, he actually was able to do this because of Obi-Wan Kenobi's hut and going into Obi-Wan Kenobi's journal and learning about how to build a lightsaber. So, with that being said, it's pretty safe to say that there are going to be filling in the gaps for the Rise of Skywalker to tell us exactly how she was able to learn the ability to create a lightsaber of her own. It's very possible that, of course, the Force ghosts are going to reach out to her and guide her through doing this. The only thing that we do know of right now is that this takes place inside of a cave, very similar to that deleted scene of Return of the Jedi when Luke is building his very own saber in, of course, Return of the Jedi that never made it to the final cut. Anyways, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.
Gun in hand, we are alone again. No, from night to moon, we hear them moans again. No.